You got a minute?
You guys look like you spent some time at the gym.
We have to.
Why?
We're a crew.
What's up? What's up, fucking dorks? Fucking big old dorks out there in the world. How's it going? I'm so sorry for calling you guys dorks. I love you guys so much for listening. What's been going on? Last time I recorded one of these, I was like, oh, I'll record. I think I said, I was like, I'm going to do this more often, you know? And then I just didn't do one for 2 months. I've been fucking doing cool stuff. I've been having a very interesting life. And I think that's good. Instead of just coming and doing these and being like, oh, and then one day I walked outside. No, I've been doing cool stuff 24/7. Ripping the comedy. It's a lot harder than I thought. It's not hard. It's not the hardest thing I've ever done. Not even close. It's so fucking easy. It is. It's so fucking easy. Like, people are like, how do you, like, oh, you go up on stage in front of people? What if they don't laugh? Yeah, they don't laugh most of the time. I've gotten to the point now, like in the past 2 weeks, where I'm confident I'll get a laugh. I'm learning just enough about what works. I'm not gonna get no laughs the whole time. I'll get one chuckle. I'll go up there and I can guarantee a chuckle. But yeah, most of the time they don't laugh. And people are like, yeah, it sucks. It fucking sucks. You feel like an idiot. But then you're like, fuck these fucking assholes. You have to have that mindset, which is a mindset that I've developed. Is anytime I feel down and I feel like people around me don't like me, I just say out loud. You gotta say it out loud. If you start thinking things in your mind too much, you go crazy. I flip off the air and I say, fuck you. Fuck you. Anytime. I do this, and this is a true story. I do this. Anytime I get myself down and I'm like, oh, this person doesn't like me, or that was a bad show, those people didn't think I was funny, I just go where no one can see me, usually in my car or in an alleyway, and I just think about who I disappointed or who's upset with me or negatively impacting my life. I was like, fuck you, fucking dick, fuck you. And it instantly puts a smile on my face. But yeah, so I've been saying the fuck you thing a lot lately. Disappointing a lot of people. It's people kind of get weird and like, oh, you go up on stage. It's fucking easy, dude. Shut up. It's fucking easy. I've been doing this my whole fucking life. I've done theater and all that shit. And that's honestly more embarrassing because you're wearing like shitty outfits. I don't know. Actually, this is probably more embarrassing because this is my real personality on stage. When you're acting, I can always just be like, well, it's just a character. You just didn't like the character. And this time, if someone doesn't like it, it's like, oh, that character, that's me. They just don't like me. But it's been going well. I've had a couple shows, which is nice. And I've been losing money. And I'm not even saying that like, the one thing, if there's anyone out there that's not, no one's going to listen to this, that's probably do comedy, but it's not free. It's not free. It's not even close to being free. People I talk to now, they have this weird belief that I'm making money and successful. I'm not even coming close to making money. It's not even like I'm saying, oh, I just make table scraps. I don't make anything. I lose money. I have to pay to go on stage. Even when there's a real audience. An audience will pay to come see me, but they don't have to pay to come see me. They're coming to pay to see a comedy show. And then I pay to go on stage to perform for them. And you might be thinking, that sounds retarded. Why are you doing this? And I don't know. I don't know why. I think it's fun. Well, because the thing with the shows they do is it's called a bringer. So you bring people. So you normally have your open mic. Open mic, it'll cost $7, $5, whatever. You get 5 minutes, you go on stage with every other fucking jerk off. And you all do your little fucking act. You don't really, no one pays attention to you. They're all on their phones. They're just thinking about what they're going to say when they go up on stage. So those are kind of, you just have to, I use those as, I just need to say this out loud, right? Because I'll have a joke that's hilarious in my mind. But then if I say it out loud in front of people, I'll realize, oh, this isn't funny at all. This is terrible. So that's what I use the open mics for. So I've kind of gotten past the point of being like, oh, each mic is me performing. No, it's me just, I'm here testing it. If I get laughs, great. If I don't, I'm not fucking bummed out. But then there's the next level, which is bringer shows, where a production company or whatever, or like someplace will host a show. So they'll rent out from the venue, or the comedy club will have a venue. And they'll rent it out, and they're like, you can come perform. We're going to have professionals perform, but you can come perform for 5 minutes. You just have to bring a certain amount of people. Sometimes they try and fuck you with like, you need to bring 6 people. 6 people? Are you kidding me? I don't know fucking 3 people that I could bring, you know? Like I can barely get my parents to come to one of these. So whatever. So I've done, the first one I did, I needed to bring 3 people. You have to just sell 3 tickets. So in theory it is like, yeah, you're just selling tickets, whatever. But the thing is, I can't get even my family to pay the $30. So the tickets are still expensive. They're not like a $5 ticket. It's like $30, $25. I'm not going to make my family pay for that. So I end up paying, I buy 3 tickets for $30. There's $90 right there. And then this is where they fucking get you, is you just performed in front of an audience. Your jokes went over great. You got all these laughs, and you want to now put this online, right? You're not allowed to film your set at these shows. They don't allow you. They film it for you. And you're like, oh my God, that's so nice. Then they sell you that footage back to you. So a 5-minute set, I'll pay $30 for $30 for 5 minutes of my own self performing. And you might say, well, Gus, this is probably great footage, different camera angles. No, the camera I have now filming this and this whole audio setup is nicer than what they make me pay $30 for. It's like a home video fucking camera they're filming on. They don't have an external microphone, so all the audio sounds. And that's probably even better because this is such a nice fucking setup. But I'm a schmuck and I buy it every time. Dude, are you kidding me? Well, you have to. That's part of it. And at first I was resentful of it. But then I realized, okay, it's all a business, blah, blah, blah. But also this is the investment I'm putting into my craft. And this is a step you take, and you got to put money in to make money or something like that. I don't know how fucking investments work, but whatever. So I buy that fucking footage and then chop it up, throw it on Instagram, and get like 50 likes. And I'm like, oh, that's fucking worth it. And, but the nice thing is then, all right, I get that footage. I can go to other comedy clubs and be like, hey, I performed at the Stand in New York. Oh, one of the top comedy clubs in the whole country. Not really. Like the Stand didn't hire me, but this shitty other production company, they got me on the stage and I paid to go on basically. So, but they don't know that. So I just can send that to them and be like, hey, look, I was here doing this. It's the equivalent of if you paid $100 to go to like New York to like Yankee Stadium, and you get a baseball and a bat and a pitching machine, and you hit a home run. Still impressive, right? You're at Yankee Stadium, you hit a home run, and then you just now go tell people, yeah, I when I played baseball, I hit a home run in Yankee Stadium. Like, you're not lying. You're not, technically, but people, and that's a tough thing is I'm trying to mitigate, is I'm telling people, and people are seeing that I'm performing at these great clubs, and there's a full audience. And yes, to some extent, it is still impressive. At the end of the day, I'm still making people laugh, right? But it's like, fuck, you gotta understand, like, this is like, we were at a bar and then some chick was like, I made a joke about like, how much does this drink cost or something? And she's like, oh, you can afford it with your comedy money. I'm like, dude, I'm losing money. I pay them to let me go on stage. Every open mic you have to pay. And that's the difference. In Boston or whatever, it's all free. But there's like maybe one mic a week. Where in New York, there's like 3 a day. Probably more. There's probably 10 a day. There's only really maybe 2 good ones, whatever. So, but then I have to commute. I work during the day and I go commute into the city an hour or whatever. Go do 5 minutes. And they make you buy a drink too. This is the whole, you have to realize you have to have another job. Anybody that's doing stand up or starting to do stand up and it's like, oh, I don't have another job. You're lying. You're fucking lying. You have to have money in order to do it. It's not free. If you want to do it, it's not free. It's not fucking free. Yet. That's really what I'm trying to get to. I don't even care about making money or performing in front of big crowds. I just don't want to have to pay anymore. I can't. I have enough money now where it's not the $7 plus the drink. They make you buy a 1 drink minimum. So I just get before I was ripping beers, which then I end up going on stage and slumbering and slurring my words. But that's all. Then there's another $10, right? So I just get a soda and lime, classic comic drink. It's so fucked, but it's awesome. It's the best thing in the world, and I fucking love it. The first show brought my sisters too, and sister's boyfriend at the stand, and I fucking murdered. I killed. And it was like, fuck it. It's awesome. And that's a whole, you just try and chase that over and over and over again. And that was the first time I ever experienced, like, you have to wait for people to stop laughing because it's so loud in order to say your next joke. Which I've never experienced in my whole fucking life. But that is the biggest, I have a big ego. After doing that, I was riding the high, dude. And that was like on a Saturday. So Saturday night, 5:00, Gus performs at the stand, murders. And then on Tuesday, I go and do an open mic and I eat shit. And no one laughs. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? I just fucking did amazing 2 days ago. What the fuck is happening? So it's not the hardest thing I've ever done, though. You know, like, rowing was harder. Rowing was way harder, is harder, all that stuff. But basically, I equate it to, like, all right, if you row and you have, like, a good piece. Oh, why is this clicking? Hold on. Oh, we're good. You have a good piece or a good race and you win the race, whatever, on, like, Saturday. And then you go to practice on Monday and you eat shit on a erg test. Or you just blow up on a piece. That's what it is. So it's like, yeah, I'm embarrassed. Take a hit to the ego. I have to now sit on the train for an hour and a half just thinking about how fucking stupid I am for saying those jokes. But it's like there's no physical pain yet. One time I did say fag on stage. Trigger warning. By the way, I didn't even say the full word, right? The joke, whatever, the joke itself wasn't great, but it's not like that was the punchline. Like, I could understand if it's like if some comedians, what's tough is you are battle this like weird thing. Cause at the open mics, everyone in the audience is another comedian or trying to be, whatever. So they know. So they're less impressed by stuff. You're not going to catch them off guard with easy jokes, whatever. So a lot of the open mic comics just compete who can kind of say the crazy outlandish stuff. But that's not going to work in front of a real audience because a real audience is like, why are you talking about this fucking terrible, horrible stuff? But it's like, oh, well, that just makes the shitty open micers laugh. Whatever. But that's not what the joke was. I didn't say fag just to fucking say fag for the joke. I was just part of the dialect or whatever. It was like in the middle of something. It wasn't even the punchline. And then the joke didn't go well. I had no laughs, whatever, a chuckle. And then I go to the bar and I get a drink and a guy comes up to me and he says, "Hey man, don't say fag on stage. One of two things is gonna," he got all fucking big dicky. "One of two things is gonna happen. One, probably for the best, no one's gonna laugh at it. Or two, you're probably gonna end up getting beat up." And this is a bisexual man, which whatever, don't even get me. It's like, bro, you're not even full gay. You're doing the hokey pokey with homosexuality. You're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and you're yelling about me. I didn't even say the full word, you know? But the way he was saying it was basically he's upset, and he was like, I'm just gonna beat you up if you say that again. Luckily, I had a mic. I was doing back-to-back ones, so this is in between the two. So then I went on stage 10 minutes later and did the same joke again, and then told this story about him coming up to the bar. And it still didn't go well. And my favorite joke I did was like, whenever I was like, "Oh, man, my boyfriend's a fag," which didn't get any laughs. It all ate shit, and I don't do that joke anymore. Not because that fucking asshole came up to me at the bar and was like, "Don't say this. Look at read the room, dumbass. You're at a comedy club, and I told a joke. And you're trying to be another comedian. His joke sucked. All his jokes was, I'm gay, and I suck dick. So, oh, I suck dick. It's like, dude, no one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck. Shut up. I don't. And every joke was, yeah, and I do Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and I like rubbing up against other men because I like having sex with men. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. That's fine, right? Your whole fucking joke is you like men. It's crazy. Yeah, I know a bazillion gay guys. I've seen it all. You're not impressing me. Fucking asshole. But it's like, all right, whatever, man. Everyone has their own right to be offended, but to come to fucking a comic at a comedy club when you're a comic and be like, you shouldn't say that. That's bad. Fuck you. That was a fuck you. I got back on the train because I was pissed off because it rattles you. You're like, fuck. Then you start doubting, is this funny? Am I just trying to be crazy? And you're like, nah, that joke, whatever. Yeah, the joke didn't get laughs, but I wrote it with whatever intention. Oh, fuck that guy. But I haven't seen him in a while, so I haven't seen him since. So he probably stopped doing comedy because he pussied out. Anyone that quits this, you're a dumbass. You can do this for the rest of your life at the open mic level. You just pay him. Just go in and go on stage. But if you quit, get fucked. Fuck you. Quitter. Fucking asshole. But then, I did another show. All right, pause back on this other stuff, the fag stuff. I don't think it's a great word. No, I don't. Do I say it every time I stub my toe or someone scares me? Yes. Whatever, call a gay guy that, no. Are you retarded? No, I'm not going to say that shit. Whatever. So then we did another show, and I brought some of the boys too, and that one didn't go well. And that one was weird, and like the first show I did was sold out rooms. So there's probably 40 people there. Killing in that was awesome. They probably have a couple of drinks in them too, makes it easier on me. Then the second show I had done, also at the stand, half full. Maybe people had one drink. It's still 5 o'clock. I don't know, whatever. But no one laughed. Well, like I'd get laughs, but it was like really dead room. And that was for all the other comics. That was the first time I sat in on a show and watch the other comics. Because usually they have you sit outside or whatever they call you in when you're about to go on stage. That was the first time. So, and most of the comics, maybe one comic got like a good set out of that. But the 9 other comics got like everyone did, it was like mediocre. But then you just have to be like, all right, there are some people in this audience that didn't laugh at all. And this is a wide range of comics. So it's on them. Fuck them. People say, oh, you can't blame the audience. You totally can blame the audience. What do you mean you can't blame the audience? They're fucking 95% of this whole thing. If this going well. I could go up there and show my butt and I'd probably get laughs. And that's 5%. And then they laugh. But if, like it's work and I have to be funny. But it's like, if they're not wanting to laugh, fuck, then I got to take on 110% and try and engage them. It's like, nah, show up to the comedy show. Don't be a fucking grouch. I'm not even saying that because I was like, oh, I'm hilarious. They should be laughing at everything I say. But it's like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you in a bad mood at the comedy show? You're going to have an even worse time. The worst is when you're upset and someone is trying to be funny around you. You're like, I'm blow up. I get that way too. Got that way earlier today with my dad. Almost fucking yelled at him. I actually did not get close to yelling at him, but in my mind, I was like, you fucking asshole. I'm gonna fucking set myself on fire. But I'll be wearing your clothes, so your clothes get set on fire too. I don't know. Fuck them. And then, third show I just did was an audition show. I brought my parents to, and that went well. That went really well. But that was different because the first 2 shows I did were like a showcase, whatever. It was just me getting in front of the audience. So this third one was like an audition for actual comedy club where their booker will watch the video and see if it's good. I thought it was good. I got laughs the whole time. So we'll see how that one goes. And then if I get booked then you get a residency where then they pay you. Which would be just nice. Which just nice. I don't. It's like $7 plus a drink, which is like $4 or $5, $12, and I do like 2 of them a night. $25, and then you have to get the train tickets for $11.50. Both ways, that's $20. So I just don't want to have to pay money to do it. Whatever. So that's that. So we'll see how that goes. But I won't hear back until the end of the month for that. But I'm learning a lot. Some of the things I've learned. When doing comedy, you can't try and look cool. It's too distracting. Anytime I'm wearing a shirt that has like a nice cool guy print on it, I eat shit. Because I realize everyone just stares at what you're wearing. If you're wearing any shirt with words, people just read it. Like they're a child. They're just reading. So I just wear jeans and a black t-shirt, which thank God I look good in, which is every guy looks good in. Every guy looks good in a black t-shirt. It's like the universal, I don't know why more guys don't own just plain black t-shirts. Every guy, you fat, skinny, doesn't matter. A black t-shirt, the black hides its curves, right? You know, and if you sweat, you won't see it on stage. That's the thing. I can't wear a white shirt because I sweat. Because I'm a gross, sweaty, stinky fucking pig. And then everyone in the audience will see me up on there with the bright lights and will be like, this guy's a stinky pig. And he's sweating all over the stage and he's not funny. They're going to hate me. So, yeah, I just wear a black t-shirt and jeans, and it gets me by. But I see guys will go up there with like, you can tell they put on an outfit. Like they are like, this is going to look cool. The people, you can't try and be cool. Like also, you can't tell them you're from Connecticut. You cannot tell them you're from Connecticut. They don't want to hear that. That's like even though 99% of the people in the audience probably come from money and probably make more money than you do. But when people hear that you're like, oh, I'm from Connecticut, and so you're like, privileged fucking white piece of fucking shit. I'm gonna burn your house down, set you on fire with your dad's clothes on. That's what they're thinking. So I don't lie. I tell people, well, yeah, I'm from fucking, I don't say Connecticut. I say a small town outside of New York. It could be anywhere. But then some people were getting upset with me because I was like, oh, I'm from the South. I was born in North Carolina. That's fucking, there you go, bucko. I don't live there now. I was born, I'm technically from there. They were getting mad because I was telling jokes. Also, the tough thing, this is what's really tough, is I had this issue before. When you make something, and a lot of what I do is a character or an exaggeration of myself, where I'm an asshole, right? Which I'm an asshole in real life. I'm a piece of shit. Not a fucking good person, whatever. But then I make a character that's like that to the nth degree, and people see it online and they're like, this guy's a fucking asshole. It's like, yeah, I am, but I'm not that much of an asshole. Like, I'm a piece of shit, but I'm not that guy. There's parts of me that are that guy, but that's what's up with the jokes, is it's all a lie. Most of it's a lie. It's a lie. Like, all of it comes from truth somewhere or a story, but I'm going to exaggerate it to make you laugh. That's how it works. You kind of embellish little parts of it. I think if you go up there and you just lie about like everything, just like you're just a different person, that just seems, I don't know. That seems weird, and it's just going to get you in a weird situation. Like, people were like, oh, you're not from the South. I'm like, I was fucking born there. Whatever. My parents live there. We lived there for a little bit. Whatever. We moved here because this is nicer. Like, whatever, dick. I'm still going to make a joke and be like, that's where I was born. This is a joke. It's all a fucking joke. But people don't realize that. Like, I have stories about my younger brother, Derek. I don't have a fucking younger brother. Are you kidding me? But I've tried cousin. I've tried the joke. I tried the joke 10 times saying that my cousin, but for whatever reason, it doesn't work. So if I say my younger brother, the joke works better. Whatever. Does it matter? No. But that is the tough part. Because then you get off stage. Like, I do a joke about taking mushrooms and faking a cat suicide. And then I got off stage one day, and a guy came up to me and was like, dude, that story is amazing. I can't believe that happened to you. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, it's a crazy story, but the whole thing is a joke. It's all a joke. Hate to fucking ruin the magic for you guys if you're listening to this. 95% of it is whatever. But a lot of it's real. Like, recently, 2 days ago, I fucking got hit by a car. I was driving and a car came over the double yellow lines and hit my car. And then my car flew into a ditch and then flipped on its side. And I'm fine. Here's a photo of it. Let's see. I'll put it right there. That's the car. Flipped over. It's not supposed to be like that. But it flipped over and I had to climb out. The airbags didn't go off, which seemed no good. That didn't seem great. That shouldn't probably have happened. They should have probably gone off. But when I got out of the car, I had to climb out. It was like a fucking movie. What people don't understand is when you get on your side, the music keeps on playing, but now I'm sideways hanging in the car because like the passenger side is closer to the ground. So I'm up dangling, and then you release yourself with the button and you just drop. You just drop to the other side like a fucking dumb rag doll. And I get out of the car, and I wish I was cool about it and was like calm and collected. I was like, what the fuck happened? And I open up the door and I yell out to the car that hit me, what the heck, man? Like a loser. What the heck, man? What the heck, man? All whiny like that, dude. And the second it came out of my mouth, I was like, why would I say that? But you're in shock. So I was fucked. And then I just climbed out and I stood on the side and called the police. I was like, hey. But my phone kept on connecting to the car. that is now on its side. So every time I was trying to call 911, and I'm like, and they're like, hello, 911, where's your emergency? And I started talking to them, and I tell them, and then I look, and it says connected to my Bluetooth in my car. I'm like, fuck. But now my back's fucking all tight and shit and all fucked up from the fucking car wreck. But moral of the story that I was trying to say. One, fuck that guy for hitting me. Not chill at all. Ruined my night. I was going to do stand up in the city and it fucked me. I had to go home and build my model airplane sets. Like a loser. But I tell that story on stage now, or I did yesterday. And it's like, yeah, the story, I got in a car wreck. Car flipped over. Cops came. All this stuff. But in the story, in the joke, I embellish parts of it and little details I add. And you're creating a thing when you're creating a joke. So that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, it's fucking crazy. Also, it's tough. Every comedian is old man. Dude, they're all old guys. I'm 23 at the time of filming this. I go to the club and you start talking to a guy and they're like, oh, I got to go home. I'm like, oh, why? Like, you just got here. And they're like, oh, I got a wife and a 3-year-old child. What are you doing with that? Why would you have this? How old are you? And then they tell you, they're like, I'm in my 40s. You're like, you're in your fucking 40s hanging out with me? They're all awesome guys. And it's weird because I've been so fortunate with rowing that it's like your friends just kind of mush. Like I have so many friends from rowing that's just like, oh, I know you because you row here. Now we're just friends instantly. With this, it's like I have to hang out with a guy who, when they were my age, I wasn't even born yet. I wasn't even a thought of being born yet. I have to hang out with people that are like could be my parents. That's what they could be my parents. A lot of them, almost majority of them could be my parents. And then I find like the one or two younger guys and I hang out with them. Not because I don't like the old guys, but it's like, oh fuck, I don't like some of them, they're having kids and getting married. I can't talk about that. I don't want to have either one of those. I would love a little rascal though. A little Gus Rascal would be nice. Would be nice. But I definitely don't want to get married anytime soon. I don't have any money. That's a big part of it. And that's 95% of it. You can't take a woman out on a date with no money. What do I fucking do? Take them to the library? Get them a granola bar from the vending machine? Yeah. Also, it's a lot of old guys. But they're all nice, though. I really like a lot of them. And I'm making friends a very normal, generic way by just meeting them and hanging out with them. But it's also tough because I don't live in the city. They all live there. And I'm like, no, I fucking commute in. Like, I have to leave now. I can't hang out. I got to go sit on a train and think about how fucking terrible I did on stage. So that's tough, but it's like, all right, then what? I don't know. So we're just praying to God that this audition goes well. Yeah, but the car crash, hey, it's great for material. That's what's nice now is anything that happens in my life, I just tell that on stage, and it'll probably do well. But also, if you are listening, or if you're watching the video, if you're listening to just audio, just click on the video so you can see this. This is what I've fucking been working on lately. Oh, yeah. It's a fucking United States spaceship rocket. Yeah, I've been fucking doing this. I'm back into building the models. It's kind of the weird free time activity that I have. I read books now about medieval times, and I build model airplanes, which feels, and all my friends are in their 40s. I feel like I'm I'm going to retire soon. That's how my life feels now. Everything's slowing down. It's all slowing down so much. So it's not a very exciting life. I get these short bursts when I'm at doing stand-up. But it's also tough because when these comics are older, a lot of them smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes. I think it's gross. I think it looks cool, though. Like, people will try and be like, you shouldn't smoke cigarettes. I know one of the sponsors of this podcast is Marlboro Reds. It is. I'll admit it. They are funneling money into my pocket. And smoking cigarettes makes you cool. It does make you cool. If you're smoking a cigarette outside of a bar, you do look pretty cool. But tough thing is, all these comics are outside the bar smoking a cigarette, and they're like, well, do you want one? And I'm not going to be like, no, I don't really like the taste of it. But so I'll be like, yeah, fucking light me up a big old stinky cigarette. Extra tar, please. And that one, actually, dip it in lighter fluid for me. So I don't do it anymore because it fucked me. But I smoked like 3 cigarettes. And I threw up on the train platform coming home. I had like 2 beers. But I just got so sick because it's fucking gross. Especially the vaping, dude. Oh my God, yo. If you vape, God damn it. So fucking gross. I get it. It does make you look cool. The smoking does. That makes you look cool. I don't like the smell of it. I don't like doing it. I think it's gross. If I see a chick smoking cigarettes, instant turn off. It's like, yo, what are you doing? But if I see someone vaping, I'm like, all right, well, you're retarded. What are you doing? You're fucking sucking on a USB drive. Like, do a hard drug, Like, get addicted to something fucking, Like, get something fucking gnarly, Something that's gonna fuck up your family. And then I can get behind because I can tell that you're someone who's committed. Like, I try to get addicted to Zibs. Nick and I, the last month we were at school, we were taking Zins in order to try and get addicted. I wanted an addiction. I wanted to be a gross guy. I wanted to be like the Zins. It's what every guy my age does. I wanted to be fucking cool. Because people offer you Zins all the time. They're like, here's a Zin. Like, you want a Zin? We're popping Zins. Yo, me, my brother, and my dog, we're all going to go pop some Zins down by the fucking quarry. You want to come pop Zins with us? I'm like, yo, fuck, I would love to pop some fucking dirty Zins. But I can't do it. We tried so hard. I got so nauseous. And I totally understand it. You put it in, and then like 15 minutes later, you're like, whoa. Like, I'm drunk right now, but I don't have any alcohol. And people are doing this in class, which is wild to me. Or working out. I wish I could be addicted to it. Makes me so sick. I just get nauseous and dizzy. I lay on my side on my bed and moan myself to sleep. Like a dying old patient. So yeah, I don't have any good addictions. So now I just picked up building models and reading books about the plague. Which I've always thought reading was for fucking nerd losers. And people try and shove it down your throat like, oh, I'm actually reading a book right now. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Come out with that nerd shit. I'm actually reading. I'm reading. Yeah, I fucking read everything. I read stop signs, labels on packages. Fucking big whoops. But I bought a book on Amazon because I wanted a horror book to scare myself for whatever reason, and I fucking can't put it down. I've become what I hate, and that's what sucks the most. It's a fucking big book, dude. You don't realize, because on Amazon, I wanted something like, I like the little thin books. I can get through that. Might take a month or two, but I can get through 100 pages. I can get that done. But I get the book, and I thought it looked thin from the front cover. Like it looked, I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but it looked, I get it. It's a fucking big one, dude. I'm talking triple digit pages about the plague in like the 1600s. So that's what I'm fucking up to. And do I get out much? Are you wondering? Nope. Don't really. I kind of just go do comedy and I come home and I do my little models and I read my books. At some point, something will change, but until then, this is just kind of what's going on. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're just about fucking 40 minutes. Well, there's 3 months basically of my life condensed into 40 minutes. The comedy thing, the next episode we'll probably do if we find out about this audition. Dude, I hope it fucking, oh God, I hope it fucking goes well. If it doesn't go well, then what? I have to audition one again? I can't audition like next month. That's pointless because if they didn't like me then, they might not like, I could, I guess, and just do new good material. But the problem is I have this amazing set, 5-minute set, and I filmed it and I killed with it at the stand, that first show. I took that recording and I sent it to get this audition. So part of me is like, yo, that was a fucking killer set. If I did that at the audition, I probably would get it. Why wouldn't I, you know? But so you can't because they've already watched it. The booker had to watch it in order to give me the audition kind of thing. So I can't. And then they're just going to be like, oh, this guy only has one set. But right now, I probably got 25 minutes of material. Of everything I have is 25 minutes. And it's like, all right, every 3 weeks, I come up with a new 5 minutes. And it's good. I record it, or whatever. So I probably have 25 minutes. And the last 10 minutes are going to just suck and just not be nicely conjoined to anything else I was saying earlier. But yeah. So that's that. All right, guys. You know what? Fucking have a great Thanksgiving. It's coming up. I am Native American, by the way. So I can technically do that. My grandma is fully Native American, which I tried to use to get into college. I did. I fucking so hard. It didn't work. It didn't work at all. I tried and I put it down that I was Native American because I am on a full technicality, not even like a 1%, like a reasonable good amount of me. It's like if someone says they're from Italy, they're from an Italian. It's like no one's gonna question it. Like, you're not really from Italian. You just fucking, you can cook a pizza. So it's good amount. Good amount. All right, fuck yeah, guys. Have a great Thanksgiving. What you should, if someone asks you what you're grateful for, tell them you're fucking grateful for Gus's Room podcast, and maybe get them to give it a listen. I'm gonna have to start promoting this for reasons. I wasn't before because I was still on a team where I could get kicked off of. So expressing my true opinions about certain topics was a dangerous idea, something I wasn't willing to risk. But now we're taking this podcast like this rocket to the moon. All right, fuck yeah, guys. Peace out. Oh, fuck, I just fucking broke the fucking rocket. Oh, fuck.